to play for you. They didn't believe me.
Towards Lovren. Oh, he's got it! Liverpool have come back from the dead. Salah! First blood to Liverpool. He can hit one. Oh, he can hit one. And Liverpool are running riot here in the Champions League.
This is how it used to be. This is how it is. Anfield unique.
There have been some memorable nights here at Anfield over the years. Will tonight be another one of them? They can't go through, of course, but they can go a long way towards it. You can probably hear they're just starting to sing You'll Never Walk Alone. I know at home you like to hear that and savour it in the atmosphere, so we'll give it a minute or two just so you can enjoy it. Goosebumps in the rain, magnificent song sung with full force by the Anfield faithful, and the two teams now are in the tunnel. How do you see it going, Stephen?
I expect a big performance from these Liverpool players. I think they've got to use this crowd and the home advantage and try and get some kind of lead going into the second leg. 2-0 win for me.
Frank?
You can't underestimate this Roma team, and I don't think they will. If their players have been playing, the intensity in their game, the energy, use their front men, which we know what they can do, then I expect a Liverpool win as well.
We can see Mo Salah there embracing all the Roma players. He was a teammate of theirs, of course, last season. They've all talked about how impressed they've been, how they've followed his progress this season. Rio, the final word, how's this going to finish tonight?
I fancy Liverpool strongly, but as Frank said, you can't underestimate experience, and they have that in abundance. 17 nationals in this dressing room of Roma's. I fancy Liverpool to be too quick, too pacey, and to take them out.
The teams are ready, Anfield is ready. We're also available in 4K with Dolby Atmos for BT TV viewers on channel 433, which you can watch in 360 on the BT Sport app. However you're watching, wherever you're watching, this promises to be special. Your commentators this evening, Steve McManaman, Glenn Hoddle and Darren Fletcher.
Thanks, Gary. Hello again, everyone. Anfield is a bear pit of passion and noise. It's an incredible atmosphere in here tonight. The players getting a taste of what it must have been like when the gladiators strode out of the Colosseum all those years ago in Rome. It's the Champions League, it's Anfield, and it's bouncing. Concentration etched on the faces. It's the first Champions League semi-final for 10 years for Liverpool, and the first since 1984 for Roma. Two sets of players who know just how important the next 180 minutes of football will be. Who has the bottle? So Jurgen Klopp has made 5 changes from the weekend after resting players at West Brom. He's gone back to the team that served him so well against Manchester City. Alexander-Arnold, Lovren, Robertson, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Firmino all return. Salah and Firmino have played in every one of Liverpool's Champions League games so far. Mo Salah starting the night on 41 goals and up against his former teammates tonight. England against Italy with the German referee Felix Brick, who had the final last year, as the man in charge. And what a night it must be to be a captain. Jordan Henderson there for Liverpool, and the great Daniele De Rossi for AS Roma. Well, 3 at the back worked against Barcelona, and Eusebio Di Francesco hopes it works at Anfield tonight. Fazio, Manolas and Jesus make up that defensive trio. It's a 3-4-3 for them. Lots of experience provided by De Rossi, Strootman and Nainggolan. There's a start for 20-year-old Cengiz Under. He's a real bundle of energy. Edin Dzeko has scored in 3 successive Champions League matches. Well, goals are the currency tonight. Will it be Mo Salah against his old club, or Edin Dzeko back in England, who can deliver when it really, really matters? It's the kind of night where players either rise to the occasion or wilt under the pressure. It's a rivalry that's seen Grobbelaar's spaghetti legs. Houllier back on the touchline. What's next in the story of Liverpool and Roma? And Anfield is the perfect stage. They have such a big part to play tonight. So off we go. Destination Kiev. Liverpool in red, Roma in the change strip tonight, with the rain still falling here at a very soggy Anfield. What a prospect, Steve McManaman.
Oh, it's a fantastic night, fantastic atmosphere. Looking at the two sides, the reds onto the whites. Wonderful night.
There's the first ball up tonight towards Edin Dzeko, who will lead the line and be supported by Raja Nainggolan down one side and Cengiz Under down the other. The back 3 of Roma, it'll be Federico Fazio on the right, Kostas Manolas in the centre and Juan Jesus on the left-hand side. They have been a team that's played with 4 at the back in a lot of matches this season, but it worked against Barcelona, so why wouldn't it work here at Anfield tonight? We will wait and see whether Eusebio Di Francesco has got the tactics right, Glenn.
Yeah, I always felt that we're going to come here with almost, it'll be a back 5, Darren. They're playing that high line, as the boys said in the studio. Look, they're right up there on the halfway line, and I think that might play into Liverpool's hands a little bit. But let's see if they can outnumber that midfield for Liverpool.
It's gone forward there by the right wing back, the Italian international Alessandro Florenzi. So Cengiz Under, the young Turkish player, who's out there on that side for Roma. Here's De Rossi, and now Dzeko. Both Dzeko and this man Kolarov have lots of experience of playing here with Manchester City. There's an opportunity which tests Karius for the first time. Kevin Strootman with a shirt, first shot in anger of this semi-final.
Yeah, thankfully for Liverpool who went at the keeper. It was nice play, wasn't it? Dzeko holds the ball up well for the opportunity. And thankfully for Liverpool, it was right at the keeper.
Kolarov loses out there to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Here's Mo Salah. Huge night for Salah. And Alisson with his first save. Alisson, who's been linked very strongly with a potential move to Liverpool at the end of the season.
Yeah, you see there, Mo Salah looks as if he was just onside. Nice little tester for the goalkeeper. Just comes on his left foot, skips past Swan Jesus really easily, and this is the one where Dzeko just holds the ball up nicely and lays it off to Strootman. As you can see, always bending towards the keeper's hands.
There's Cengiz Under making the run forward. Robertson's got to keep a real eye on him, Glenn. He's never completed 90 minutes, the young Turkish player on the right-hand side for Roma, but he does tend to expend all of his energy and never stops down that side of the field.
Yeah, already he's looked to go in behind Liverpool's defence, and Robertson's got to be really switched on for that diagonal. But they are playing so high, Roma. You just see Salah get in there on that inside right position. Look at them, even now, they're so high up. You can't see it on the screen yet, but there's a lot of space in behind. Oxlade-Chamberlain made some fantastic runs against City here. We'll see if he can get in from a deep position.
Headed away there by Federico Fazio. That was sloppy by Florenzi. Opportunity now for Firmino to turn for Liverpool. Well, the challenge there by Florenzi, and that's a goal kick. It's Liverpool's 18th European semi-final tonight, their 10th in this competition. Roma are the surprise team this year in the last four for the first time in 34 years after that incredible comeback against Barcelona in the quarter-finals. Jurgen Klopp's 150th game in charge of Liverpool tonight. He's unbeaten here at Anfield in Europe with them. His first semi-final since his Borussia Dortmund team knocked out Real Madrid on their way to the final in the Champions League back in 2013. Can't trust your flag, Steve, on a night like this, eh?
Yeah. Even that one's just fell apart as well.
What about the atmosphere in this place?
Well, we say it every time we come. You thought the atmosphere a couple of years ago against Villarreal and Dortmund was special, and then you've got the atmosphere of late in the Champions League. The Manchester City game was exceptional. I think it's been better tonight. The Roma fans are really playing their part as well. Very boisterous over the Anfield Road end.
Well, they've been inside the stadium for something like an hour and a half before we even saw the teams for the first time. They were here early, making their noise. Here's Roberto Firmino. First good opportunity for Liverpool. Begged a touch, didn't it, from Firmino?
Should have done better, Flex. Look where it went out. It went out near the corner flag. I don't know whether it was offside because the linesman hasn't got his flag off. I don't think his flag's working. Let's have a look. He looked offside. But the linesman's got his flag in two parts, but that first touch took him onto an acute angle, and then the end wide. His first touch should have been better, but it was a great opportunity, but you can see it's still in there.
A wonderful bit of skill from Salah to bring it down and come inside in one and then slide it in. There he is without his flag again. he won't be working on the railways tonight.
As if you could see it from that far, just a little black ball. It's like holding the pencil up.
It's one way to beat the offside trap, isn't it? Make sure the linesman's not got a flag.
So he was offside then.
He still hasn't got a flag, look. I mean, this is...
Well, this is ridiculous, isn't it? His flag's still broke. We have to stop again.
There's another piece.
Wow. Of all things to go wrong.
I've never seen anything like it.
Has anyone got any double-sided sticky tape there?
There's Virgil van Dijk above Edin Dzeko. That's going to be a key battle, isn't it, back there tonight? These Liverpool central defenders dealing with what Dzeko brings to the party. He's had such an impressive season with Roma. There's Eusebio Di Francesco, his first season in charge after leaving Sassuolo in the summer. And won the title in Italy as a player with Roma under Fabio Capello. Made his international debut here for Italy at Anfield, and he's done a wonderful job, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Season #1.
Yes, he has.
There's Roberto Firmino. Space for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
It's clever play from Firmino. He knew he has a little look first, challenges well, and there's Milner picking up the second ball, putting Liverpool on that front foot. Just strikes it too well, actually. Sometimes from no position, just cut across it, flies in the corner.
James Milner given away to Florenzi. Now the Belgian Nangolan. Nobody in there for him this time, Raja Nangolan.
Yeah, we're back now.
Here's Edin Dzeko. Important little touch there by Milner to steer it back to Robertson. It's the third time that Roma have played here at Anfield. They lost in 2002, won in 2001, but that final in 1984 remains the standout meeting between these two teams. Liverpool third in England, Roma third in Italy. And the Italians had a comfortable away win in the league at the weekend and rested players in preparation for this one tonight.
You see when the ball goes forward though, Flex, they've arguably got 5 at the back there. You see Florenzi and Kolarov there, who's on the ball now. They're really nice and close. They're not necessarily wing backs, are they, high up the field. Whenever Liverpool have got the ball, they drop into a 5 and they'll try and break forward, but I think they might be a little bit more conservative this evening.
It's Federico Fazio, one of the centre-backs in there quickly on Sadio Mane, and then Alexander Arnold over there for Liverpool. This is Juan Jesus, the Brazilian, the left of the back three. And now there's a bit of space vacated by Jesus for Salah to run into. Henderson. Now Robertson. Mane found himself surrounded, and the cool, experienced head of Daniele De Rossi was in there to clear it away for Roma. Nangolan's gone down, and the referee sees that as a foul by Virgil van Dijk.
Let's have a look. It's just accidental, wasn't it? Accidentally stands on his foot. There you go, back of his heel on his ankle.
That's Florenzi. Dejan Lovren there for Liverpool, and then cleared away by Jordan Henderson. There's a tangle between Jesus and Salah, which the referee deemed to be 50-50.
Well, that was a foul. He just, but in Jesus' defence, he slipped. He just slips and brings Mo Salah down.
Can't believe the referee hasn't seen that. He did slip, Steve, as you said, but it's a foul.
Just slips into him, doesn't he? There you go. His foot goes. Still a foul, though, isn't it?
He's right in front of the referee as well.
There's Cengiz Under. He's only really got Dzeko ahead of him. Nangolan. Here's De Rossi. Florenzi was looking to sneak in behind Robertson.
You just see that they do get their wing-backs high up there once they've got the ball in Liverpool's half, and it's almost a fantastic ball from De Rossi. Lovely little run from Florenzi, the wing-back, but I think, as Steve was saying earlier, they'll do it in stages.
Moving ball there, which is going to bring the Roma free kick back again. The opening half an hour here was so decisive, wasn't it, in the quarter-final against Manchester City. 30 minutes that effectively decided the tie. Roma have lost the last 3 away games in the Champions League, but they're yet to concede a goal at home in the competition so far this season, so it does emphasise how a strong Liverpool performance here tonight is so important in the context of the tie for them. On by Milner, away by De Rossi. Nainggolan busy against Jordan Henderson. Mo Salah just couldn't quite keep that in play. Don't forget we've got the second semi-final tomorrow night. It's in the Allianz in Munich. It's Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. It's 7 o'clock, and that's on 2 HD. Two of the giants of European football head-to-head tomorrow night. Here's Edin Dzeko for Roma. Now Daniele De Rossi. Nainggolan. Here's Kolarov. And then Dzeko was on his way in there. Safe hands in there, though, from Liverpool's goalkeeper, Loris Karius.
What a lovely touch by Dzeko there before start that move off.
It's really nicely done at the outset by Roberto Firmino, but he just couldn't quite get the weight of the pass right to Mo Salah.
But that's the ball for Liverpool, isn't it? That little slide ball, if they can get the ball into midfield areas and slide that ball into Salah, into Mane, then they're in business. They really are. At the moment, it's going from back to front.
I wonder whether it might be his turn tonight, Mane. He sees one, Jesus. He's quite quick, isn't he, with Mo Salah, but you wonder whether Fazio will be able to keep up with Sadio Mane. He looks a little bit more lumberous than the other centre defender.
It's a well-timed challenge by Oxlade-Chamberlain, although he's hurt himself in the process, hasn't he, on Alexander Kolarov.
There's no standing of anything, so he may have twisted something. He looks a sore when he looks in pain, as you can all see.
The energy that he brings to Liverpool's midfield has been so important, hasn't it, during the recent weeks of the season, when he's really settled in there alongside Milner and Henderson in big matches like this.
Yeah, he feels at home now in that Liverpool shirt. He's got that confidence. The manager's picking him back-to-back games. He's got his fitness levels much higher. And a few years ago, he would have been in that England side, no problem.
You hope he's all right. He's been in really good form of late, hasn't he? Really good form. He's just, as you see, the tackle was fine. It's just what's happened afterwards. He holds his knee at the top of his, high up on his shin. He holds it straight away.
Concern for the Liverpool manager. It does have Gini Wijnaldum warming up. A player who brings similar energy to Liverpool's midfield that we see from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Well, he's been in really good form, Gio Wijnaldum, when he's played as well. You just don't like anybody being injured, do you? You know, unluckily if it is with a tackle at such as this stage of the season, the semi-final with the World Cup coming, you hope he's okay. No, there you go.
Well, that's clearly a big blow to Liverpool. 16 minutes into this Champions League semi-final to lose a player like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, but it will give an opportunity for Georginio Wijnaldum to enter the fray here at Anfield, and we can only look on and hope that that injury's not too long-term for Oxlade-Chamberlain. There's Kolarov's ball in, and Dejan Lovren there to head it away. It's Federico Fazio. Alexander-Arnold didn't get that clearance very far. The youngster with an opportunity to clear it more effectively now. Daniele De Rossi. Only Francesco Totti's played more games in the Roma team than him. On by Dzeko. Dejan Lovren had to make sure he got there for Liverpool.
Again, you see that ball going into Dzeko. Beautiful little first-time flick. He's coming in at pace on a quick surface. Might have been just offside. I don't know. Tight one though. A lovely little first-time flick.
The substitution made now by Liverpool. We've got the first corner of this semi-final to defend, and the right wing back Alessandro Florenzi has come out to take it. Although Cengiz Under might want to get involved as well. Flipped away by Virgil van Dijk. Here's Alexander Kolarov, and we know he can hit them. There's a real mistake there by Karius, who seemed to lose the flight of the ball, and it comes back off the Liverpool crossbar.
And that was incredible, Fletch. I think he's missed it completely. The flight, everything, and Liverpool have been very, very fortunate.
A real early let-off there for Liverpool. Can't quite understand what the goalkeeper saw. Let's have a look at it.
Well, he hits it well, doesn't he? Like we know, as you said, we know he can hit a really good ball, Alexander Kolarov. He gets a touch onto it, doesn't he? But he does lose the flight of it because the touch wasn't good enough for it. Well, it was good enough, of course, because it didn't end up in the back of the net. But normally you'd want it to be a lot more secure.
Doesn't give you confidence, though, Steve, when you see that, does it? And what it does do, it gives those Roma players, you know, anywhere around that penalty area now, put your shots in.
He's under the microscope a little bit more potentially tonight, isn't he, Karius? Bearing in mind Alisson, who they're being linked so strongly with, is in goal at the other end, and you only can assume there that Liverpool have simply dodged a bullet, because on another day that might well have crept in. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold. The Liverpool medical staff, by the way, are still working over there with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Here's Milner. De Rossi did just enough, and then Manolas was there to clear it away.
And Mo Salah was in, wasn't he, at the far post? If he could have just floated it. I know it's hard because the angle he was, James Milner. I mean, what you would say is he did save it. In his defence, he did save it, but you know, I'm with you. I'd want him to be a lot more secure than that. I'd want that to be flying high over the bar or miles into the back into field.
I'd like to check whether he's got his fingers in those finger parts of the glove. My word, that was very good fortune for Liverpool.
Well, we started the night with an issue with the linesman's flag. We might just have a problem with Karius's hands. We'll wait and see. There's the sad sight of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain leaving the field of play on a stretcher here at Anfield. Here's De Rossi. Roma will need all of his experience in central midfield tonight. A World Cup winner with Italy. Here's Kolarov and now Dzeko, the two former Manchester City players. Van Dijk was in there. Here's Fazio. De Rossi. Kolarov looking for the run of Cengiz Under. And Lovren had a little swing at that, didn't he?
The collective gasp around Anfield when Dejan Lovren had a swipe.
It was a really risky decision to make, wasn't it? The ball's the guy is going out from the penalty area. He tries to make that. If he goes down, I think he gives a question to the referee if he goes down there, because I think there was a slight bit of contact.
Robertson into the feet of Firmino. Fazio was in the right place though at the back for Roma, who have made a comfortable start here, haven't they? 21 minutes gone and no real early scares for the Italians. One or two nervy moments though at the other end for Liverpool. Here's Florenzi. Now Dzeko. Here's Kostas Manolas, who they'll never forget for his contribution with that winning goal, so dramatic late on against Barcelona. And applause ringing around Anfield here for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, very much so.
You've got to say, actually, that Roma's shape are really they're much more comfortable than Liverpool. Liverpool haven't got the ball down anywhere near like we know, where they can play quick 1-2s. It's Roma that's been in possession of the ball.
There's Kolarov with an early ball in. Liverpool unbeaten in their last 15 games in Europe here at Anfield. West Brom the only side to win here this season. Roma came here with the idea to try and keep it tight, as they have done in Serie A this season. And as Glenn says, the tactics that look very brave at the outset to push up high and play that high line seem to be working well at this stage for the Roma coach Eusebio Di Francesco.
I think the good thing for Liverpool, though, they just need to get it set right for one pass and they're in. Although they're not getting that much possession and they're not playing as well as we know they can, I think them being so high, Roma, is certainly a little pass to Salah. Maybe bring Salah out here on Fazio, which, Steve, you were talking about. He's not that mobile. Just swap those two over for a little bit.
The Roma central midfield players have been really effective so far, haven't they? So have Florenzi and Kolarov, bringing width in an attacking sense on either side for them. Here's Robertson, and now Milner. Van Dijk looking to play it forward here towards Mo Salah, and again it's a physical battle with Juan Jesus. Salah can get on the ball now, supported here by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Manolas there to clear for Roma, and now Cengiz Under can bring it away. He's only got Dzeko up there with him, and Henderson got back to make the effective tackle for Liverpool. Crowd trying to lift the team. Sadio Mane, Jorginho Wijnaldum, Strootman was onto him quickly. Dzeko though battling in there with Mane and Henderson, and Liverpool had too many around the ball. Here's Mo Salah, Firmino's in the box. Here's Henderson. Salah. In by Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Sadio Mane was looking to make the run in there for Liverpool.
They're in a really nice shape, Roma, when they lose the ball, aren't they? They don't throw too many men forwards. I've seen a number of occasions that only Dzeko's in the area.
It's a foul. There's going to be a yellow card as well for Juan Jesus, who was too late on Sadio Mane.
Yeah. It was a simple one, wasn't it, for Felix Brick?
The first yellow card tonight for the Brazilian. Of course, all of the yellow cards from the previous rounds are wiped off now we've reached the semi-final stage. That might just mean, though, he can't be quite as physical against Mo Salah as he has been so far.
And now Liverpool have to try and exploit the fact that he's had a yellow card. Try and get at him one-on-one, get Mo Salah to trying to take him on. Get him to make a tackle, get him to miss time one.
It's in by Milner, in towards Van Dijk and Lovren. Jesus with the clearance away there. Here's Henderson. Now Robertson. Given away by Dzeko. Here's Roberto Firmino. Now Salah. Firmino looking to chip one in, and Alisson has been so sure-handed for Roma all season. There to pluck it out of the air for them. But don't forget, we've got the Europa League semi-finals this week as well. Arsenal Atletico Madrid is on Thursday. That's 7:30, 2 HD and 4K UHD. And from 8 o'clock on 3 HD, Marseille against Salzburg. It's a good ball out by Daniele De Rossi to Alexander Kolarov, and then in towards Edin Dzeko. It was Dejan Lovren there to head it away for Liverpool. He did lots of that, didn't he, in the second leg at Manchester City, Lovren. That's excellent by Firmino. And now Sadio Mane. Is this the moment for Liverpool? It's Mane! Oh, he couldn't take it. He couldn't take it.
Lovely play by Firmino. Gets a really nice touch there. And then on to Mane. That great first touch. And Fazio can't get near him, as we said before. Has he got the calmness? Can he just flick it over Alisson? The answer's a big fat no. Smashes it over and high.
What a chance. I was very surprised, Steve, that he went on his left foot. I thought he would have tried to get it on his favoured right foot. Opens the angle up, can bend it or go near post, but just leant back on it.
Excellent ball by Salah. Here's Roberto Firmino. Sadio Mane! Ah, there's another one that he can't take. Two in quick succession. Mane, who's been so lethal for Liverpool in the Champions League.
Again, that high line, and he got caught easily again. Look at Milner's run, look at Firmino's run. Everybody's running forward and getting in. That's a simple turn. Again, he just doesn't wrap his foot around it. Just doesn't wrap his foot around it, that one. That was slightly harder, wasn't it? Yeah, but still, he should have done a lot better, a man of his quality.
He's gone for power, I think, Steve. He just covers it inside of his foot, opens his foot up, but two great chances for him, and has lifted this crowd.
Two massive moments there for Liverpool, separated by 49 seconds. Margins
what it shows you,
fine,
Fletch, is
aren't
that
they, at this stage of this competition?
Very much so, but what it shows that anybody who's got the ball in midfield, you don't even have to look now, you're just flipping it over that defence and hoping, look at Wijnaldum's off here, hoping that you've got players running forward and causing chaos like this.
Yeah, Wijnaldum gets on the ball and then he leaves it for Salah. Mo Salah! Alisson with a save. Took it first time and took it quickly, and the Brazilian palms it away. Here's Robertson. Now Mill. Excellent spell for Liverpool. Sadio Mane. Here's
We've got a slight bit of fortune here. That was De Rossi makes the challenge, but he does open his body up, tries to bend it. Simple one for the keeper.
Great
it just
position.
keeps the pressure on.
Great position where he puts that ball as well. You know, it's not back in amongst the red shirts, it's right out here wide.
the first real test of Roma's resolve. Alexander-Arnold with the corner. Dejan Lovren was coming in at the far post there. Kolarov with the challenge. That's an interesting ball back in. Alexander-Arnold. Robertson.
Great header by De Rossi. Great header by De Rossi in the middle of Wijnaldum and Van Dijk.
Given away by Alexander-Arnold to Daniele De Rossi. Here's Nainggolan. Too strong for Salah. Just had to delay the pass there because Cengiz Under had run offside. Mo Salah, Roberto Firmino, the red shirts flooding forward. Sadio Mane. Had to do better there. He played it straight at Federico Fazio when he had options.
Yeah, he looked as if he's lost a little bit of confidence, Mane. He's one-on-one with Fazio. Your first impression is to get at him in the box. You turn him inside out.
I definitely think about bringing Salah out there on him. Just swapping him over. He's lost his confidence. Salah against Fazio in a 1v1 like that. See you later.
Liverpool, the top scorers in the Champions League this season, know that if they pressurise this Roma team, it's pretty inevitable they will score. But Roma haven't kept a clean sheet away from home in this competition for 11 years, and they've had a couple of close shaves already.
This was the one. Just dink it over him. And this was, well, that was a good opportunity, but it was easy enough for the keeper. We know how good this keeper is. He's keeping the excellent Ederson from Manchester City out the Brazilian side. Full of confidence, takes something special to beat him.
He was the backup to Wojciech Szczesny last season, but he's kept 21 clean sheets in 44 matches. 100% record in terms of clean sheets at home in the Champions League this season. All of a sudden they're talking about big money for the Roma goalkeeper. He might be needed here. Robertson. Excellent ball! Oh, this time the flag's up! It's another moment of disappointment for Sadio Mane, denied by the linesman's flag, but that was a brilliant ball in by Robertson.
Yeah, you wonder whether he had to go that early. Milner does well. Look, he's offside there, and he's offside there. He shouldn't have gone. He doesn't need to go. Doesn't need to go. But he was offside, way offside.
Ironically, that's the one he's finished as well. He's had two great chances. There's Klopp, look, his disappointment, but he's turning to the crowd straight after that opportunity that Mane missed, and that offside. He's turning to the crowd saying we're on our way, we're started. It's taken them 30 minutes, but this is much better from Liverpool.
Yeah, they're off again like that, aren't they, Liverpool?
There's that long ball by Robertson. This time Juan Jesus was there to head it away, but Milner quickly onto it. Now Roberto Firmino. He's going to try and bend one. And his fellow countryman Alisson able to hang on with Mo Salah running in.
Yeah, Liverpool seem to have worked them out, haven't they, in the last 15 minutes now? They seem to have worked out how to play against them. It's just chance after chance. Nearly spills that one, the keeper.
He does look the business, doesn't he, that keeper? He's fraying everything, nothing comes off him.
There's Roberto Firmino, and now Mo Salah. It's a nice touch, it was good defending in there. And then Milner. Jesus was quickly onto him to get the block on it. They're creaking back there now, though, aren't they, the Italians? Henderson with a challenge on Dzeko. Now Sadio Mane. Here's Roberto Firmino. Mo Salah. Goes for it again! Oh, Mo Salah! Liverpool's Egyptian king with another crowning moment in the Champions League. The brighter the lights shine, the better Mo Salah performs. It's a wonderful goal to light up this Champions League semi-final. It's Liverpool 1, Roma 0.
Now that's how you beat Brazilians #1. Dzeko, Henderson hunts him down, and Ronaldo has a go. Mane to Firmino to Salah, no pressure on, one touch, open your body up and bang, right in the top corner, off the stanchion. Liverpool 1-0. No chance whatsoever.
The wonderful finish. No goalkeeper in the world is ever going to stop that. Look, just touches the underneath the bar and the post wham. And you've got to give credit to the referee as well. He could have brought it back for a foul. I don't think it was a foul, but there was two opportunities and he played on.
Well, that was outstanding, wasn't it, from Mo Salah. 42 goals this season, and it's another record for him as well, because he's now scored in 33 different matches in the same season, which beats the mark of 32 set by the great Ian Rush back in the 1983-84 season. It also inches him closer to Russia's all-time single-season scoring record. And you need your big players on a big night like this, and he's the biggest of them all this season for Liverpool.
And the hardest chance ends up in the back of the net.
And what it was as well is where they won the ball so quickly back in that defensive third. They couldn't get any cover, inside cover. They've been trying to get cover on Salah every time he's got the ball in that position. They didn't have time to get that inside him.
Here's Wijnaldum. It was an important touch in there by Jesus. Liverpool really have got to put the hammer down now.
Roma looks so vulnerable at the moment, don't they? Since Wijnaldum's come on, he's ran forward about 4 times and got in every single time. They'll have to change it round.
It's the first little conference between Di Francesco and his assistant to try and work out how to stop the Liverpool flow. In goes the Salah corner, and coming in was Lovren. And he's hit
the need to. You can see him trying to get that little bit more height when he doesn't have to. Look, Jürgen would have scored it.
Totally free. As you say, Steve, Roma have gone. They've started well for half an hour, but you've got to say, this is the moment where Liverpool can try and tie this complete 2 legs up. If they get another goal here, you can see them collapsing.
If they could score again before half-time, it could be a real problem, couldn't it, for the Italian side?
There you go, Di Francesco's up, shouting at his team.
Tell you what, Steve, he's not the only one up shouting at his team. Look at these Liverpool supporters.
His team can't hear the manager, too much noise.
There's Jordan Henderson for a Liverpool team who suddenly look like they've got goals galore in them. Strootman was caught there by Alexander-Arnold, who's going to get a yellow card for the challenge.
Yeah, just dives in the captain Strootman there, just catches him.
Alexander Kolarov, who's providing the main thrust down the left for Roma. Now the man who's got this Liverpool crowd on cloud 9, Salah. Excellent run by Wijnaldum and by Sadio Mane. Really good defending though by Florenzi. The last man who he had to make that tackle.
Yeah. Good challenge by him. You wonder whether he could have just taken it a little bit further forward and hit it with his right foot, Mane, but Florenzi does well.
There's Cengiz Under trying to get through. Lawrence Karius a lot more confident with that situation.
The good thing for Liverpool, we're seeing the real Liverpool here. There's that ball again over the top. They're so high.
It's Wijnaldum who can hit one. Alisson parries it. Manolas stabs it away, but Liverpool will keep the pressure on. Henderson to Alexander-Arnold.
Lovely hit, wasn't it, by Wijnaldum? If he would have pulled it, Salah may have been free, but just a simple ball like that yet again. And Wijnaldum, fair play to him. This is 3rd, 4th, 5th time, I said before. See Salah creeping at the far post, just in case he mishits it. Could have got a second to go after this beaut.
There's the lack of cover on the inside for him. There's a little bit of space. He can roll it out there. That hasn't been there all day. What a goal. One of Kenny's.
Yeah, he scored some special ones, didn't he, down the years after the fella behind him, Ian Rush. I think you call that the postage stamp, don't you? You can't place it with your hands any better. Milner's done really well to keep a hold of the ball for Liverpool and then get the cross in towards Mo Salah, and the flag's gone up against him.
Yeah, he did really well, James Milner. Nobody was expecting it, was he?
Yeah, you just see Salah. I think Salah thinks he's going to pass it back to Robertson and gets caught offside.
Lovren with a challenge on Dzeko. All of a sudden, that Roma midfield that was controlling the early tempo just isn't seeing the ball anymore.
Winning balls back now, Liverpool. They're contending in the air and winning tackles, and then they're going from there. The first half an hour, it was all Roma in control of the game.
There's Lovren. Just over. Of Mo Salah. Salah, who now equals Roger Hunt's record of 42 in a season for Liverpool that he got back in 1961-62. He's only 5 behind Ian Rush now. Here's Firmino, allowed to turn and shoot. And it's a Liverpool corner via the deflection.
Yeah, they're getting in too easy, aren't they? Liverpool don't have to do much to get to the edge of the box. And again, Firmino could have slipped Wijnaldum in here. He makes a nice little run. Good turn by Firmino. You see Wijnaldum just float off, just trying to get in there.
Got a feeling that Sadio Mane chance that he missed just kind of flipped a switch, a positive switch for Liverpool. Mo Salah's gone out to take the corner. Van Dijk and Lovren up from the back, and it's in towards the big centre-back, who gets another free header. They guided it, though, straight at Alisson.
I can't believe what I'm seeing there. Lovren again, the same little run, hasn't got to make any movement, really. No one near him, gets a free header 8 yards out. Incredible.
Yeah, this is not a typical defensive-minded Italian performance, is it at all? When you, I know.
Alisson's come a long way. That's something he does that's very similar to Edison at Manchester City. He's quite happy to come out
yeah,
and play with the ball if he gets the opportunity. That was really nicely done by Nangolan, wasn't it? In the middle of midfield for Roma. Now Kolarov, who can have a run at Alexander-Arnold, and Wijnaldum was back there to help out. And the referee's given a free kick here for handball by Kolarov.
Yeah, I don't know whether he was a bit fortunate there, whether Wijnaldum does catch him a bit.
Here's Firmino. They're struggling to find where he is at the moment, and that's a sloppy offside, isn't it, for Alexander-Arnold?
It is. Acres of space. He has one look there, another look there, and then he goes. And it's just a yard, isn't he? He is. Let's have a look. Does Wijnaldum get him? He just catches Wijnaldum's back leg, doesn't he? Then he handballs it.
It's Alexander Kolarov, and now Nangolan. Edin Dzeko. Away by Virgil van Dijk, and then Salah with a lovely layoff to Roberto Firmino, who's through that flimsy challenge of Manolas. Here's Mo Salah, he's in, a little delicate one. Oh yes! He is on fire! It's another super goal for Mo Salah to double Liverpool's lead. Liverpool 2, Roma 0. This little magical Egyptian is unstoppable.
Yeah, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant yet again by the goal scorer, but also by Roberto Firmino. How easy is this at the moment? It's all about Liverpool just breaking. Look how easy this is. They don't have to do much. Touched by Salah. Firmino waltzes round Manolas easy, and then look, Salah's just too quick. Juan Jesus cannot do anything with his movement. Alisson comes out, and what Mane couldn't do, what, half an hour ago, 20 minutes ago, Mo Salah does with aplomb. 2-0 Liverpool right on the stroke of half-time. Two for the Egyptian.
Wonderful finish. The run was excellent as well, Steve. He pretends he's going out wide on the right-hand side and early in the second half. This could be where they win the whole tie.
The only word of caution would be, Glenn, that Barcelona thought that when they won 4-1 in the Camp Nou in the first leg before they went to Rome. Liverpool, though, looking so impressive. That's now 11 goals in the Champions League for Mo Salah, who scored in 10 successive matches here at Anfield. Liverpool are walking like an Egyptian and walking all over Roma.
The slight difference is Barcelona haven't really got that real zip about them that Liverpool got. They've got pace, genuine pace, coming from everywhere.
And they're making a change, aren't they? Di Francesco sent one of their lads with the coach out to warm up vigorously, so he's coming on, but it might be too late. That second goal might have caught them.
Well, listen to the roar to greet the half-time whistle. A standing ovation for Liverpool and a standing ovation for one man, Mo Salah, who was outstanding for Liverpool. 2 stunning finishes to give him 43 goals on the season and put Liverpool in command at half-time. It's Liverpool 2, Roma 0.
Oh, Mo, oh my, what a performance once again from Mo Salah. Much to talk about with Steven Gerrard when he calms down, Frank Lampard and Rio Ferdinand when we come back after the break. Great first half for Liverpool. Mo Salah, the Egyptian king, rules again. 2 goals from Salah, Liverpool 2 up.
This programme is brought to you by Heineken, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
It is West Country Derby Day. Prepare for a wall of noise.
One of the games of the season.
Oh my goodness me! King's Harvest gone completely and utterly bonkers.
Just a huge game for both teams.
We are connected to some of the most advanced technology the world has ever seen. We can choose from over 100,000 live sports events every year. Just like that. We are members of the world's favourite online sports betting company. And we gamble responsibly at Bet365.
They're not going to change, so something else needed to. The new Samsung Quick Drive with AdWash. Our unique dual-action drum moves your clothes in different directions to reduce washing time by up to 50%, while still delivering a thorough wash. Half the time on laundry, more time for you.
We've come here to find a way through to China and India.
Our situation is more dire than you may understand. As a trusted friend once put it, this place wants us dead.
We found only one set of prints, large, 20 inches across.
I do not believe it is an animal we battle.
I will not lose another man.
We may lose all our men.
The Terror, Tuesdays at 9, or catch up now on BT TV, exclusively from BT.
Technology is worthless if it doesn't give you an edge. The new Nissan Qashqai. Expect more. New intelligent technologies, new design.
Hello, can I help you? Oh, I've lost my cat. I was wondering if you'd seen it.
No, the only thing I've seen is you looking through my window. And now I'd like to see you leave. Goodbye.
No worries, mate.
Does your doorbell help prevent crime? Mine does.
With Ring, you're always home. Available at ring.com and selected retailers.
Everything I do, I'm inspired by nature. My name is Brooke. I'm an
Chelsea still have hopes of making the top 4, and we're in South Wales on Saturday for their match with Swansea. Coverage starts from 5 o'clock on BT Sport 1 and 4K UHD. Stunning first half. Took a while for Liverpool to get going, Stephen, but in the end, that man again, Mo Salah.
Wow, I mean, running out of words, really. Two exquisite finishes. The first one, the accuracy in terms of knocking the stanchion off, and the second one, the double runner first to kid Juan Jesus, the left centre back, and then to get in and sit the keeper down with the calmness. Liverpool hunting in packs again in the middle of the pitch. Dzeko gets caught on it. It's not a foul. Maybe he slips the second one. Mane picks it up. It's a great little pass into here, and then you think to the defender, you have to close him down, because if you give him that time and space, he can do things like that, which is special.
Stunning finish.
It's a great finish. We can't deny it. Fantastic. But what is this defender doing? Go on, you go on your left foot, your favoured left foot, and you just bend it in past me. I'll give you an opportunity to do that, bearing in mind you've got 40-odd goals this season. I mean, from a defender's standpoint, it's terrible, but as the guy said, what a finish from Mo Salah.
And the second goal as well. Firmino's obviously played a part in both goals, but exhilarating finish.
Different type of finish. There's a lot more to this than just a finish. We'll see this touch here. Talk about confidence and technical ability. And then, as Stephen mentioned, the run. There's one run out wide for Jesus, another run that puts him through the middle on his own. And then I don't think anyone watching this now, at this point when he's running through, thinks anything else than he's going to dink over the keeper. The keeper probably knows. When players are that good in that form, we've seen Messi do it for years, it's game over. Sits him down, game over.
I think 43 goals this season.
Yeah, and quite rightly so. And today's performance shows you when he gets in, Mane's had 2 or 3 chances where he should have scored. This guy gets in, he scores. Yeah. He knows it. But looking at their manager, the way he set this team up, we mentioned about tactically, from a tactical perspective, this team have been set up, it's been ridiculous. It's schoolboy tactics. He couldn't have watched Liverpool this season, the way they're playing. A high line on the halfway line, pressing with the pace that they've got. No pressure on the ball, and they've got defenders who aren't quick. And he's played straight into Liverpool's hands, and we said it before the game, and it's panned out that way exactly in the first half.
If he carries on like that, he better cover his eyes for the second half, because the amount of times in that last 20 minutes, that ball turned over the top, fast runners, they'll get in behind time and time again, and there'll be many more goals than this for Liverpool.
I mean, the important thing as well for Liverpool is now to keep a clean sheet. In that case, even if they don't score in the second half, they'll still be very strong favourites.
Yeah, it's a really nice result, but if you're in that Liverpool dressing room, you've got to be smelling blood and thinking, we can get this done here. Because if they defend like they did in the first half, as Frank mentioned before the game, it's suicidal. And this Liverpool team, it's perfect for them to go and get more goals.
Certainly is. We'll be back with the second half very shortly. The tale of the first half was very much magical Mo. A stunning first goal, and then Mohamed had too much for Jesus, went through and finished off in style, and Klopp's happy.
This programme is brought to you by Heineken, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
Look at that. So easy. That's what you call a confident penalty. Reel him in. Oh, he's a big one as well. Unbelievable. And so's this. Make sure you put it back, though.
Available from App Store and Google Play. When the fun stops, stop.
Welcome back to Anfield. Oh, that's poor shaving performance.
That's not Premier.
Now, this is new. Control, precision, great defence and irritation. Oh, the UK's first body shaving range, new from Nivea Men.
This is it, Cooker Flex, the first boiling water tap with a flexible pull-out hose. Interested? For an introductory offer, go to cooker.co.uk.
Toby is doing a big wee down the stairs because he just earned a reward night with Hotels.com.
Sure did, Captain Obvious. So it's a great morning, and rewards on your work trips too. Great morning to you.
Wrong ad, Howard. Hotels.com. Rewards worth coming back for.
I'm an elegant and successful man, and I have one thing that you don't have. I know how to enjoy life.
Estrella Damm presents La Vida Nuestra.
My name is Chad Johnson. I'm a private investigator in the City of Angels.
A film by Raúl Arevalo, starring Peter Dinklage and Álvaro Cervantes.
What's all this? You tell me. They're your memories.
Full film coming May 3rd at estrelladamm.com.
Arrivederci, boys.
Be a maverick with fabric. IKEA, the wonderful everyday.
It's time to get set for summer. Chase the sun with great value flights and package holidays. Book now with EasyJet. Why not? Package holidays at all protected.
Football, 90 minutes where anything can happen. You can watch it and you can get involved in it with the latest Coral action. Coral, jump in. Available from App Store and Google Play. When the fun stops, stop.
Why do we love football? Because out there, on that pitch, we're all the same.
This program is brought to you by Gazprom, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
Here's Roberto Firmino. Mo Salah goes for it again. Oh, Mo Salah! Liverpool's Egyptian king with another crowning moment in the Champions League. Salah with a lovely layoff to Roberto Firmino, who's through that flimsy challenge of Manolas. Here's Mo Salah, he's in, a little delicate one. Oh yes! He is on fire! It's another super goal for Mo Salah! It's a bit of fire, oh my God! Oh my God! No!
Needless to say, that was a few minutes ago. It wasn't just now. It wasn't celebrating the half-time cup of tea, but it's looking good.
It's looking good, but you know, you can't get carried away at half-time. You need to make sure that they go and do a similar kind of job in the second half and really get after this Roma team because they've got mistakes in them.
Roma clearly making a substitution. They need to do something, Frank. They've got to change it, haven't they?
They need to change their whole game plan because at the minute it's so easy. For Liverpool don't have to risk this half. They can carry on being solid, moving the ball. Every chance you get to play it behind that Roma back three, play it in the space and let Salah and the others run onto it.
Yeah, well, it's over for under as Patrick Schick comes on for the second half. Very quick word, Rio. What do they need? 3, 4?
Yeah, I'd go for the kill. If you're in that dressing room, you go and hurt this team. They're ready there and they're ready to be taken apart.
Back to you guys.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. So Patrick Schick on for Cengiz under, and we'll see whether that can make any change at all to the way that first half that ran away from Roma and ran so favourably for Liverpool. And Liverpool attacking the Kop as well in this second half, which so often has been such an advantage to them. But it's going to be interesting, Glenn, to see whether they do anything actually tactically to try and stem the flow, because it was so one-sided at the end of the first half.
I'm trying to see whether they've changed to a 4. No, they've kept that 3
in the wing-backs, but it might be that Schick's, here he is now, just trying to go up there with Dzeko. It looks like he's gone with 2 up top. Try and force Liverpool back a little bit. He'll drop in at times, but it looks to me as if he's gone with 2 up top.
Trying to get the away goal, potentially. Maybe Di Francesco Macca feels that defence is the best form of attack, or vice versa. Attack is the best form of defence on this occasion.
His defence is not good enough, certainly tonight, and they've got mistakes in them, as the boys said, so why not throw the dice and try and get an away goal?
There's the first long ball forward towards Salah of the second half from Henderson. There's Milner, that was handball. It's a Liverpool free kick.
Yeah, if it wasn't a little nudge, it was handball by Strootman, wasn't it?
What an appeal, though. What an appeal from this crowd. That's the appeal of the season.
It's hard to turn them down, Glenn, as well.
The whole of the Kop. Handball. And the referee, well, it was the right handball, wasn't it? It was a good decision, but what an appeal. And that's what they are, the 12th man. They always have been and they always will be.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, the youngster, is the one that's placing the ball down. He got Liverpool's Champions League campaign off, didn't he, with a stunning free kick in Hoffenheim in the qualifier. Mo Salah inevitably over the ball as well.
It's a long way out, isn't it? Wouldn't expect it.
Threat for the first 15 minutes or so tonight, but not too much after that. Schick just followed through there on Dejan Lovren, which brings the free kick to Liverpool. Patrick Schick, who's only 22, Czech Republic international, got his first goal of the season at the weekend for Roma, made his Champions League debut in that epic win against Barcelona in the last round. Joe Fagan's big night back in 1984 against Roma. Can Jurgen Klopp add his name to the list that includes Paisley and Benitez, Liverpool managers, to lift this trophy? It's a club with such rich European heritage, particularly in this competition, and they put themselves into such a fantastic position in this semi-final. Lovely touch by Firmino, and then Sadio Mane almost got it through to Mo Salah. Liverpool have to settle for the corner. They seem to panic and creep, Roma, every time Liverpool cross the halfway line.
Yes, they do.
In by Alexander-Arnold, that's not a bad ball. De Rossi was in there to head it away. He's got to try and glue his team together if he possibly can in the second half, the Roma captain. Mentioned the fact that Liverpool's record in semi-finals is so impressive. It's totally the opposite for Roma on English soil. Tonight's their 20th game in England, and the win they had here at Anfield in 2001 is the only time they've won. They did get a 3-3 against Chelsea in the group stage, but they don't tend to travel too well to these shores, and that's proving to be the case tonight. Although here's Nangolan, good challenge in there by Lovren. And then the captain Henderson there to clear it away up towards Firmino. He's done fantastically well again, the Brazilian. His hold-up play tonight, linking the Liverpool team together, has been superb.
Yeah, involved in the goals, as you said. His overall play's been excellent. Other people might get the headlines, but he certainly plays his part.
That's the reason why Salah and people like that, Mane, can make runs, because they know he's going to hold it up. The midfield come and join. Excellent.
Also, Gini Wijnaldum. Now Salah giving chase and onside. Jesus with the block on that, one back by Henderson, and then Milner. Here's Robertson, Sadio Mane.
Liverpool look far too quick for them, for Roma at the moment. See Strootman getting back, he looks as if he can't breathe at times, trying to chase the defenders. They're all pointing, the Roma midfielders are pointing at each other, shouting at each other. They're just getting overrun. Yeah, this just comes off Kolarov, I think, and then onto Jesus, nothing in it. This is Lovren on the floor, bounces off his arm, but accidental.
Here's Patrick Schick. He's got Kolarov running forward from left wing back here. From there to head it away for Liverpool, and now Mo Salah. Manolas was a bit more aggressively in on Firmino there.
And Fazio nearly gives him a gift. As the lad said in the studio, the defenders have got mistakes in them.
So Liverpool are leaving their three up against them, Steve. So they're actually defending. When Liverpool win the ball, say on the edge of their box, they're defending 3 versus 3. The 2 wing-backs are high up now on the halfway line. And we just feel that Liverpool can pick them off in the next 10 minutes if they can get another goal. And then those 3 up front, 2 of them can drop in and they can become nice and tight. They don't have to force it, but my word, tactically, I don't think Roma have got it right tonight.
There's Alessandro Florenzi. A touch there off Lovren. Here's Schick. On Nangolan, Alexander Kolarov. There's De Rossi, Nangolan. Manolas is under pressure, too much pressure. Here's Firmino. Sadio Mane's offside, flag went up, but you just knew the mistake was coming, didn't you?
Of course. They had the ball in the final third in the Liverpool defensive area, and they've gone backwards and backwards, and they look as if they can't play. And that is very tight, but again, he doesn't need to be offside. Sadio Mane will give the referee's assistant the opportunity to give the offside.
Here come Liverpool again. Mane failing to pick out Firmino. It's a Roma team that they just can't cope with the Liverpool pressure.
Well, it was another example of the 3 against 3 they left themselves once they give the ball away.
Again?
Just a simple long ball up to Roberto Firmino, and then Manolas across there to concede the throw-in.
Oh, there's the legend. He's not happy, is he, from Vesco Totti?
It's Bruno Conti alongside him as well, who won the World Cup in 1982.
What was it? Some magic off him at the moment to hold the ball up, to create.
Conti was in the Roma team that Liverpool beat in the 1984 European Cup final.
Yeah. He's in again.
He's onside as well. Flag stays down, and Mo Salah's in for Liverpool. And there's Sadio Mane, and there's number 3. Salah turns provider, 3-0 to Liverpool. And they are running riot in the Champions League semi-final. And Roma have no answer whatsoever to this rampant Liverpool performance.
Yeah, he can't believe it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe the way Roma are defending. Yet again, look at this. How can you score from this? Just a big ball up front. very tight, gets the benefit of the doubt. Mo Salah, all the time in the world to try and pick out Mane or Firmino. Sticks it on a plate. Mane missed a couple in the first half. He's not missing that. 3-0 Liverpool. It's like a stroll in the park. Champions League semi-final.
Salah does brilliant. He keeps his head. He could have gone for his hat-trick, but he's just waited and waited for support. Mane arrives, and this time Mane actually scores. He's had chance after chance, puts one in the back of it. Might have been offside. Fractions between it. Could have been offside, but the decisions have gone Liverpool's way tonight.
But Glenn, how can you get in from a 40-yard ball just over the top in glorious isolation? I'm amazed by this performance tonight.
Steve, we've said it from the first 2 minutes of the game, how high they were. The lad said it in the studio before the game. If they played this way, they're going to play into Liverpool's hands, and my word, they've punished them. They have done that.
Also, Patrick Schick, Liverpool in total control. Lovren wins it back, hadn't gone out. Sadio Mane's on the move again. Firmino's going up there to join in. Salah's there inevitably. This time Juan Jesus gets across there. Surely more goals are on the cards in the second half. It's a case of how many, isn't it, at the moment for Liverpool?
Well, you just can't believe it, can you? Away from home. And the Roma team, the Roma manager, is not doing a drop to change this formation. They're just cutting through them like this. Look at the midfielders.
Huge amount of space for Alexander-Arnold.
But you see Nainggolan shouting at Dzeko, shouting at the manager. Everybody's shouting at everybody.
At the manager, Nainggolan, he's saying, look, we're too open. What do you want us to do?
Here's Edin Dzeko for a shell-shocked Roma. Now Florenzi switches it out here to Alexander Kolarov.
Yeah, nice play by Kolarov, nice little flick. This was a hard chance, wasn't it? Schick tries to dink it in like that, but would have been better trying to have a touch as the Liverpool fans showed the support.
Don't forget, we've got the second semi-final tomorrow night. It's live from the Allianz in Munich. 7 o'clock we start. That's on 2HD. Bayern Munich against Real Madrid. The big matches keep on coming here on BT Sport. That could be an absolute cracker.
Oh, it's going to be a brilliant game, isn't it? Those two teams will be watching this performance tonight.
There's Sadio Mane. Liverpool hunting a fourth goal. Skips away from Florenzi, and then Manolas didn't clear it. Firmino into the penalty. Robertson! Yet to score a goal in the Liverpool shirt, and he was mighty close there, the Scotsman.
His eyes lit up, keeper saved it. Good stop by him in the end.
Well, AS Roma last night stayed at a hotel in Liverpool called the Titanic, and they are sinking without trace, aren't they, at Anfield? One of those nights, again, in Europe for Liverpool here. It's been such a special place for them down the years, and they are turning on the style again when it really matters in this competition. Here's Firmino. So simple for them to work the space. Now Salah, Firmino, Wijnaldum, Salah. Eventually Juan Jesus gets in there. And then Lovren gets across ahead of Edin Dzeko, and then Henderson's in there as well. And the crowd enjoyed that. Everything that Liverpool do is being cheered to the rafters by these supporters.
Yeah, you see Jurgen Klopp. He enjoyed it as well, getting the crowd on side.
Henderson's really important for Liverpool here. He's got to sit and be sensible. Don't go chasing. Let the players ahead of him go and do that. They've got two up front. If the fullbacks go, they don't want to be left 2v2. So he's got to really play discipline in this little period of the game.
Look at the space again for Salah. Easily found by Alexander-Arnold. Oops, off he goes. There's the ball, there's the finish! It's 4, it's Firmino! And it's a rout in the Champions League for Liverpool. They are unstoppable tonight. Roma with no answer whatsoever. And they are surely almost in Kiev. Liverpool 4, Roma 0.
Oh, how easy is this? What a game to have. The first leg of the Champions League semi-final. He doesn't know, he's absolutely shell-shocked. What shall I do? We've said again, Wijnaldum, Trent Alexander-Arnold, what you want? Back of the heel flick to Mo Salah in acres of space. One-on-one, running into the box. Juan Jesus running backwards, drop of the shoulders by Mo Salah, puts it on a plate this time for the man who put it on a play for him in the first half. Firmino, Mane, Salah, Firmino, all on the score sheet.
It's great forward play from Liverpool, but you've got to say, poor defending. Kolarov, where was he going when the ball was switched over as a wing-back? He's got to stay at home. They get so stretched so easily, and these fans, look, they believe now. Look, Alisson saying that he can't believe it.
That's his 50th goal for Liverpool for Roberto Firmino. What a stage to score it on. All of the front three have scored again. They've shared the 4 goals between them tonight. Salah scored 2 and made 2. Mane and Firmino in on the act, and Francesco Totti cannot believe what he's seeing. It's not very often, Glenn, that you see a team of this calibre at this stage of a competition fall apart at the seams in the manner that Roma have tonight.
An Italian team as well, Fletch. Look, another long ball goes in there. Unopposed, now they're dropping off. They're doing the opposite thing there.
They're in massive trouble again. Here's Milner. And that's a corner.
It's so naive the way they've defended here from the first minute to now. They haven't changed it. They've changed and put 2 up front. There's so much space in behind. One thing you've got to say positive about Liverpool, they've delivered the weight of pass in behind well.
Well, they've exploited their weaknesses, haven't they? And they've been weak tonight, Roma.
They're preparing a double change as well. Roma, Gonalon is one of them, the Frenchman. In goes the corner, and Alisson didn't keep a hold of it. He was glad that he got a defender behind him. I think it was Juan Jesus who cleared it away. Henderson wins it back for Liverpool. Oops. Firmino has it back. Robertson in there too sharply on Florenzi. All Fazio can do is concede the throw-in to give a moment of respite for this battered and beleaguered Roma team. And Diego Perotti is also coming on. He's a forward, so no sign of battening down the hatches, it would appear, from
now, isn't it?
Francesco.
I like Perotti. I wonder whether it's a bit too late now.
Oh, look at that from Salah. He's gone through the full repertoire now. Sadio Mane, Milner, now Robertson. Fazio in there with a tackle, but Milner keen to return the compliment. And Daniele De Rossi, the captain, is going to be one of the players taken off here by Di Francesco.
I just thought, yeah, you see, he's off the ground, isn't he, Milner? 2 legs off the floor. That's why he pulls it up.
Henderson, lovely ball, here's Firmino, 2 against 2. Jesus with the challenge, now Wijnaldum. Here's Alexander-Arnold. Wijnaldum. So there's Maxime Gonalon, French international, who scored here in a group stage match with Lyon back in 2009, and Daniele De Rossi, the captain. What a disappointing night it's been for him.
Funny enough, he's been one of the better ones. He's thrown his body in, he's tried to head things, he's tried to be organised.
And Diego Perotti is coming on here for Juan Jesus. That must mean a switch to a back four, Glenn, surely.
Well, you'd think so. You'd have thought he'd been thinking about that at half-time, but no, he decided to go out there with that back three again, and they've been absolutely murdered. They really have. He's trying to get anything out of this game.
Perotti plays his international football for Argentina. He got a recall this year after 6 years out of the international scene. Here's Wijnaldum and now Salah. He's on a different level, Salah, at the moment to most players in Europe, isn't he, in terms of confidence and the way he's playing.
You see his control, his turning, the confidence he has, takes the contact but just turns away from players. He's really turning into a very special player, isn't he? I know Liverpool haven't made him that special, but I think they've given the confidence and the position where he wants to play to bring it out of him. Because he certainly wasn't this good 9 months ago, was he? Well, certainly not producing those figures that he has been doing.
He played well for Roma last year, but not to this level. They must be looking at him tonight thinking, where's this fella come from?
His first touch of the game,
he's been like a rabbit in the headlights for the last half an hour, hasn't he, Di Francesco? This looks at this stage, Glenn, like a little bit of a step too far for him.
Well, very much so. He's not sure what he's... I think I've never seen so many players coming over to him and asking what he wants from them, or suggesting themselves something. There's a little conflag with Dzeko when the fourth goal went in.
And it goes from Milner. Van Dijk was in there. So was Firmino. It's a Roberto Firmino goal. It's 5-0. And Anfield is alive and celebrating this magical night for Liverpool. And surely now there's no way back in the semi-final for Roma. Liverpool 5, Roma 0, and there's still over 20 minutes to go.
Well, of all the brilliance of the Liverpool goal tonight, this was a simple corner. No marking. Strootman's there. He's got Van Dijk behind him. He's got Firmino in front of him. Gets in, nice head at the far post. Goalkeeper can't do anything about it.
Just had more desire to get the header in. As Roma players just looking at each other. Klopp knows he's home and dry. I don't care what you say, Fletch, about them beating Barcelona.
The big question is, how on earth did they beat Barcelona?
They couldn't have played that high, the high line that they've done. Surely not. Anyway, we don't care about that now. This is magnificent from Liverpool.
It's Nainggolan. Liverpool will be aware that one thing they don't want to do tonight is to concede an away goal and to give any kind of glimmer of hope to Roma for the second leg next week in the Stadio Olimpico. 2 for Firmino, 2 for Salah, and 1 for Mane. Here's Perotti with his first shot since coming on. Nobody in there to get the finishing touch on that one. Nainggolan. Now Florenzi. In towards Edin Dzeko. Manolas had gone down under the challenge in there of Lovren. And then Kolarov happy to steer that back to Alisson with Salah breathing down his neck.
And you've got to say this is a scoreline of 5-0, and Liverpool didn't start for the first 30 minutes. Incredible.
That was taking candy from a baby for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Offside flag up against Mo Salah. It's the first time since 1981 this year that the last 4 teams are from England, Spain, Italy and Germany. And the omen is that Liverpool won the European Cup that year by beating Real Madrid in Paris. And I think he knows, Di Francesco, the coach, and there's not much his team can do now, even with the second leg to come in their own stadium. That was almost a problem, wasn't it? Patrick Schick charging down that clearance from Lovren.
Well, that's the only thing Liverpool have to worry about. not to switch off, not to think it's easy.
For Barrow was great for Woking, who could move in front of Adi Pennock's team with victory over Guiseley, who had relegation confirmed on Tuesday. After a quiet start in Yorkshire, the visitors took a first-half lead. Charlie
Velocidade perfeita.
remained.
I think this represents just about the perfect time for a striker to come off the bench into this kind of situation, doesn't it? One team running rampant, the other one with no idea, and you're coming on hoping to get a goal.
He won't agree with that. He wants his hat-trick.
Here's Kolarov, now Perotti. In it goes, and carries with a save. It was Patrick Schick again. He's looked the most likely tonight, hasn't he, to make something happen for Roma.
He comes in late on Andy Robertson. Uses his height advantage, gets in front and gets a good header.
Here's Milner, Wijnaldum. Fazio there with the challenge. Wijnaldum though wins it back. Here's Jordan Henderson. Now Trent Alexander-Arnold. Firmino, Wijnaldum, Henderson, Alexander-Arnold, Manolas there for Roma. Here's Milner for Liverpool. Kevin Strootman stayed down after that challenge on him by Milner.
Yeah, Lovren got ducked for that challenge on Dzeko. This was the one where Strootman stays down.
Well, they've had some heroes on European nights in the past, some of the Liverpool greats, but the season that he's putting together is quite remarkable.
Yeah, his first goal that unlocked the defences was an absolute beaut, wasn't it? Real high-quality goals tonight.
Now, you've got a feeling that he'll be wrapped up in cotton wool for that second leg next week. Don't know if you didn't see him at the weekend, maybe, but wow, what a performance for his team.
Scored 2, made 2, left to a standing ovation with 15 minutes to go against the team that he played against with such distinction in Italy last. And he's going to have to soldier on, isn't he, Kevin Strootman, because they've made all of the changes, Roma.
Yeah, they've made 3 substitutions, haven't they?
They've struggled enough, Maka, with 11 players. Imagine what they'd be like with 10.
He can't be any worse with 10, Fletch, the way I've looked. There's Rushy.
His record's under real threat now, isn't it, Ian Rush? 47.
How many 4 more now does he need?
Yeah, 47 he got. He's on 43.
He's chasing them down, isn't he? Good reading for the Liverpool fans.
15 minutes to go. Liverpool 5, Roma 0. Swept on by Milner to Danny Ings. Now Jordan Henderson. Virgil van Dijk. Robertson to Milner. So don't forget, we've got more European football after the Champions League this week. We've got the Europa League semi-finals, Arsenal Atletico Madrid 7:30 on Thursday, 2 HD and 4K UHD, and on 3 HD from 8 o'clock on the same night, Marseille against Salzburg.
And let's see if Arsenal can do what Liverpool have done tonight in the first leg. Get themselves 1 foot in the final.
I would expect Arsenal's opposition to be more defensively sound under Diego Simeone than Di Francesco's team have been tonight.
Yeah. I think that's a given, Fletch.
Exactly. The local school team will be better organised than they have been tonight. Sorry to say, it's been a woeful performance defensively by Roma. Real disappointing for the fans who have travelled in their numbers.
Liverpool have been so clinical though, haven't they, as well? They've scored all kinds of goals tonight. Who's to say there's not another one before we finish? There's still 13 minutes to play. Here's Edin Dzeko, Milner in there. Excellent stretch by Alexander-Arnold. I think Perotti would have been offside anyway, but the youngster didn't know that, and he's grown, hasn't he, as this Champions League campaign's gone on?
Yeah, very much so. As you mentioned before, like from the Hoffenheim game, beginning of the season to now, deep into the semi-finals, Perotti was offside, as we saw. He had to make that decision, he had to make that tackle.
That was his position he picked up. You know, you're 5-0 up, you're snugged up nicely up against your right centre-back. That's where you should be. Don't worry if it goes wide in that stage of the game.
Looked like handball in there by Strootman. James Milner over this Liverpool free kick, which was floated in there towards Dejan Lovren. So it's going to be a big lead for Liverpool to take to the Olympico next week. You'll watch it live with us on Wednesday, 7 o'clock, 2 HD. But don't forget, Champions League tonight starts at 6:30, live with Gary and the team from the Stadio Olimpico. What should be confirmation night for Liverpool. Seems to have been a constant inquest and argument between playing staff and manager for about the last hour.
Yeah,
it's never been resolved.
Which is actually quite rare to see. Normally the manager, you know, is the one that makes the decisions and he's the powerful one, but whether he's got the authority in this team, I don't entirely know, but a number of players have been barking at him, which is very unusual to see.
You get the feeling that even before the game, that the way that the managers set them up, they're almost looking at each other thinking, what, here at Anfield, with the pace they've got, we're going to play this high? And to be honest, they didn't press the ball very well either. It's okay if you're high up, you've got to press the ball in numbers, and they've never done that.
Into the final 10 minutes of the first leg. Liverpool could only dream of being in this position at 7:45 this evening. Here's Alexander Kolarov, and now Nainggolan. To go to Dzeko, who scores, and there is an away goal for Roma. And an away goal was so significant against Barcelona in the quarter-final. And Edin Dzeko is the man to provide it again. Liverpool 5, Roma 1.
Yeah, there's a lovely ball by Nainggolan. But Lovren just completely touches it, doesn't he? Gets under the... misses it. You see here, nice run by Dzeko, but Lovren goes and attacks the ball. There's nowhere near it.
It was a wonderful run. He scored he made a very similar run to that at Stamford Bridge when he scored. He spun out beautifully. Great ball from Nangalang, but what a finish as well. But his movement for a centre-forward, excellent. There's the coach. He thinks he's got a glimmer now.
It might just be a goal to paper over the cracks, but it is the away goal all the same, and that's the 4th successive Champions League match that Edin Dzeko scored in. 21 goals now for him this season. Here's Wijnaldum. What a chance for a number 6 for Liverpool. Totally missed his kick.
Yeah, he just got his feet in the wrong position, didn't know whether to go with his left foot or his right foot. This was a lovely ball in. You see there, he just gets caught, tries to go with his right foot. Just can't get any connection on it.
But again, you've just got a away goal. Fazio just lets him run in behind. It's incredible. Incredibly poor defending again. They've been poor from corners. They've let one in from a corner. No one on that back post. Lovren, first half, was all on his own a couple of times. Could have even scored there. Let's see what they do here.
James Milner out to take the corner. Towards Virgil van Dijk. Milner will try and get a second opportunity. Diego Perotti can clear it away. There's Perotti and now Dzeko. Liverpool will be mindful that 4-1 was deemed enough for Barcelona in the previous round. Liverpool have got an extra goal, but Roma might just feel they could snatch another one in the last 8 minutes. It puts a different complexion on a tie
that's what that first goal gives you. That's what that first Roma goal gives you. Gives you panic in the Liverpool defence.
Dzeko with a shot and a comfortable save for Carrius.
That's what he's begging for, isn't he? He's begging for the second goal. That's what Liverpool have to be wary about. They took the main man off. They've lost a little bit of momentum, even though we're now just at that chance. You do not want to allow Roma a sloppy second goal and get into this game.
But you see it time and time again, Steve. Liverpool do run out of steam a little bit near the end of the game. They put so much energy, pressing, playing runs off the ball they've made tonight that haven't even come. We've seen lots that have been delivered in there. Lots of players have taken a lot of energy out themselves. It's time to lock the door now.
There's Diego Perotti, and now Kevin Strootman. Nangalang coming in. It's a really important deflection. It's a penalty. It's Milner, and it's a Roma penalty.
Wow, how the game changes. The silence around the stadium. He knows. Liverpool have just gone to sleep. Wow, he went to sleep on the cross. Nangalang takes the shot. Comes off his leg, I think, first, and then onto his arm. I don't know.
Can't see how that can be given as a penalty.
It's a penalty. Perotti standing up for it.
Huge moments in the tie in front of the Roma supporters at the Anfield Road end. Diego Perotti against Loris Karius. And he scores. It's a fantastic penalty by Perotti. It's a second away.
Runs up, slows down, puts in the top corner. Really nice pen.
This competition has been remarkable this season, hasn't it, for the way games have turned. And the way that ties have turned. Big moments, critical moments, and here come Roma again with Nangalang. Now Dzeko. Oh! It was dipping, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think the goalkeeper had it well covered, didn't he? Went over the goalie's head, but the wheels have come off. Haven't you seen the goalie telling people to calm down?
They just never should be in that position.
No.
scoreline as it is, we've got red shirts still going forward. Liverpool, it's Liverpool's fault if they throw this away, another goal away. They're bombing forward still. They've got to, somebody's got to get the game management out there on the pitch. The manager's on the sidelines, he can do a little bit. They've got enough experience to say, and this should have happened 10 minutes ago once they went 5-0 up. Lock the door and make sure there's no away goals to be scored, and then take pride in doing that as well.
There's Perotti, and now Dzeko. There's renewed confidence in this Roma team. Perotti was coming in on that near post again, wasn't he? They're so open at the back now, Liverpool. It's almost a role reversal.
Yeah, there's Dzeko just floating past Lovren. Really surprising performance, isn't it? By both sides at the end. But you give all that fans and the rest of the people who are going to turn up in the Stadio Olimpico hope now, rather than just winning the game 5-0 or even 5-1 and shutting the game down. You've now given that Roma fans a little bit of hope, and they will make it as vociferous as possible next week, and he's just a bystander.
Tell you what, Maka, when you look around the ground like that, you would think, looking at people's faces, that Roma were the team ahead now. There's a yellow card in there, I think, for Fazio. There's Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool, in what all of a sudden looks to be a critical 2.5 minutes plus whatever time is added on by the German referee. Liverpool really can't afford to concede another one. Robertson. There's Roberto Firmino, who's on a hat-trick, remember, and that's much better defending back there for Roma by Fazio.
Well, at least someone was goal side for Roma. It's the first time it's been tonight.
Here's Jordan Henderson. Now Roberto Firmino. Robertson beaten to it by Florenzi. Here's Patrick Schick. Now Diego Perotti. Morris Karius happy to get down onto that. Just having a look at the penalty here, Maka.
Yeah, he just wants the better replay, doesn't he? Because I don't know whether it comes off his thigh first. No, I think it comes off his arm first, doesn't it?
Tell you what, can't do much about it, can he? It's been blasted at him. There was just an example there where Robertson's trying to get into their half, trying to go forward. They lose the ball, and Roma have a shot at goal. There's no need for the fullbacks to go ahead of the ball at all, even look for it. Just stay at home, keep that back four really tight.
It's been an astonishing match, hasn't it, in terms of incidents? 7 goals. Both teams have hit the woodwork as well. There's going to be 4 additional minutes, we're hearing. And Roma finishing as the stronger team. Here's Alexander Kolarov. Edin Dzeko. Now Nangolan couldn't quite wrap his foot around it, but the deflection brings the corner to Roma. Look at the faces there of their supporters now, who were crestfallen 20 minutes ago.
Incredible turnaround. In the space of 10 minutes.
Florenzi's gone out to take the corner. Manolas up from the back, so is Fazio. It's in towards Dzeko. Fazio got his head to that, but expecting to need to send on Ragnar Klavan, a central defender at this stage.
Not at all, Fletch. He took his main man off at 5-0 up to give him a standing ovation, thinking that they were going to run out easily winners. I mean, they still have done in the context of the tie, but they've made it a little bit more awkward for themselves, haven't they?
They certainly have. You just sense, you feel that Liverpool have got a away goal in them. looking at the way Roma have played tonight.
Don't forget, Roma haven't conceded a goal, though, at the Olimpico in the Champions League all season. Perotti runs into Alexander-Arnold. Here's Gonalon. Struggling. Perotti. Now Nangolan. Here's Manolas.
Up in the opponent's half, still press this with the same intensity, but together they did it against City, proved to themselves that they can do that.
Liverpool heading back to a City next week where they've won the European Cup twice against Borussia Mönchengladbach in 1977 and Roma in 1984. Roma have lost 7 times at home this season domestically, but haven't lost on their own pitch in the Champions League. And of course they'll take the confidence that they got in the comeback against Barcelona into the game against Liverpool, and of course the situation is the same. They had to beat Barcelona by 3 goals and keep a clean sheet, and that's where they are again next week.
Well, that's the one thing they'll hang on to, only what they did against Barcelona. Liverpool should be in the final as far as I'm concerned. They should be well on top. They should be 4 or 5 goals ahead, and they've let them back into it. They've given them that chink of light to get back into this game as Firmino leaves the pitch.
To be replaced by the defender Ragnar Klavan. 2 tonight for Roberto Firmino, 11 in the Champions League this season, and 27 for the Brazilian in the campaign for Liverpool. And both teams have got home matches against struggling sides before the second leg, where they could well rest players at the weekend. Stoke here on Saturday. Chievo, who is struggling in Serie A, are the visitors to the Olimpico.
It's interesting, Jurgen Klopp there has gone with the back 3, he's put 3 centre-backs in there, and at this stage of the game with 2 or 3 minutes to go, maybe this is where they've got to improve as a team. 5-0 up, do it then. Take pride in defending, take pride in getting that clean sheet. They've been wonderful going forward. It's just something maybe he's got to maybe think about to improve this Liverpool side.
Well, it looked like a foregone conclusion, didn't it, at 5-0, but it looks a lot different now with 90 minutes to play in a hostile environment. If Anfield was hostile to Roma tonight, then the tables will be turned against Liverpool in the Eternal City next week. Liverpool will go there, as they did to the Etihad, knowing that an away goal can make all the difference, and Roma will enter the match knowing that they've got to do something that they have done before against another team that they weren't supposed to beat with the deficit they had. Whichever way you look at it, this has been a fantastic Champions League semi-final, full of goals and full of incident, and everybody here tonight's thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, it's been amazing, hasn't it? 7 goals, loads of talking points, loads of attacking football. It's been a pleasure.
So there we are, half-time in the tie, and Liverpool, who were 5-0 up with a couple of goals and a couple of assists from Mo Salah, have seen Roma score 2 goals late on, the first one from Edin Dzeko, and then, more significantly, the penalty from Diego Perotti right towards the end. Sadio Mane got one tonight, Roberto Firmino got a couple. It's advantage Liverpool, but it's by no means the foregone conclusion it looked when Liverpool had a 5-goal lead. It's finished here at Anfield tonight. Liverpool 5, Roma 2.
They thought it was all over. It's not yet. Liverpool got themselves in a significantly strong position, 5-0 up, but they let it slip, didn't they, towards the end. And Roma, having come back against Barcelona, now will look to do the same again against Liverpool. But overall, I suppose, Stephen, if someone said to you before the game, 5-2, you'd have taken it.
And Liverpool come down the gears towards the end, and they've paid for it, and they've given Roma a little glimmer of hope.
Yeah, a little bit naive towards the end, Frank. Not great game management.
Game management, that's a collective thing, it's an individual thing. The Roma team came here and almost gave them not a free pass to the final, but their tactics were incredible, the way they set up. Liverpool were brilliant in how they ripped them apart. But we mixed emotions at the end. I'm sure the manager will be really upset because they've given them a small glimpse, but this Liverpool team now and the way Roma plays tonight showed that they can score goals next week as well.
Yeah.
I think the Roma manager has to take full responsibility for the result tonight. I think it's not often you sit here and say a manager is at fault completely for a team's performance. I think today he let his players down the way he set them up. He set them up almost certainly there to lose this game the way they